When Robbie Williams invited Tommy Cannon to bring his family to his Manchester Arena show last October, the veteran comedy star had no idea what would happen next. "We were about 150 feet from the stage. Robbie walked over, seemed to look right at me and saluted," Tommy tells me in that unmistakable Oldham accent. "I said to my wife, 'Was that for me?' Then, at the end, he said, 'I want to dedicate this show to a legend.' We're all looking round for the legend, and Robbie said, 'Mr. Tommy Cannon,' and 20,000 people started chanting 'Tommy, Tommy.' I was in buckets, I'd never known anything like it." Later Robbie whispered "I love you Tommy" in my ear. That was a night I'll never forget. Tommy, born Thomas Derbyshire, lost his comedy partner Bobby Ball to COVID-19 in October 2020. He was beyond devastated. As much-loved double-act Cannon and Ball, the ex-Welders once commanded TV audiences of 20 million. Tommy, who turns 85 in June, contemplated retirement. "I didn't know whether to say that's it," he tells me. "Then I thought of all the stories we had, and what we went through, and thought people would love to hear it, the ups, the downs. And I decided, I'll do it for us, partners." He will perform selected dates on the Legends of Variety tour, which kicks off in Bradford, Alhambra next month, followed by his own Rock on Tommy tour running from September into next year with anecdotes, clips, songs, stories and a Q&A segment. When Tommy started work on the shop floor of the Crane Fruhoff engineering factory in Royton, fellow welder Robert Harper was the first to talk to him. Bob was performing as club singer Stevie Rhythm and invited his new pal to watch him sing at a working men's club. The Cannon and Ball story starts there. After briefly performing with a keyboardist, they became the Singing Cheryl Brothers, then the Harper Brothers. Finally, Tommy took the stage name Cannon from US rocker Freddie Cannon, the Ball naturally followed. Early working men's club gigs weren't always friendly. We did the Dial House in Sheffield, which had just had new curtains fitted. We were singing, and every time we walked backwards the curtains would start to close, so we'd walk forward and they'd open. But when we walked back, they came in again. Afterwards, we complained to the club secretary and he said, "Nout wrong with our curtains, we were trying to get you off, you were crap." Ouch. Tommy laughs. "You had to learn your craft and you learned it quickly as possible." Don't miss. Starmer squirms and claims Sunak child rapist attack advert not racist. Latest, coronation plans in full including millions to cry out allegiance. Latest, Biden blasted as unfit after he forgets trip to Ireland. Latest, it was all men at lunchtime shows, working men, a lot of the lads were from the pits, a tough audience. If you were good, they came back at night and brought their wives. If you were paid off at lunchtime, that was it. The switch to comedy was financially motivated. Getting paid at a Yorkshire social club, they saw the comedian pocket £12 compared to their £3 each. He told us, "Do a little comedy and get paid more." So that's what we tried. And we died and got paid off. They'd auditioned for Hughie Green's TV talent show Opportunity Knocks as singers, but by the time they were called back for the 1969 series they'd decided to give comedy a go. We were rehearsing our spot and Mr. Green, as you had to call him, asked what we were doing. We explained and he said, "But when you auditioned you were singing." I said, yes, 2 years ago, this is what we do now. He said be it on your own heads, and we came last. He was very much in control. They kept at it. Early TV appearances on the Wheel Tappers and Shunters Social Club showcased their natural comic chemistry. LWT boss Michael Grade pronounced them surefire stars. The Cannon and Ball show ran from 1979 to '88 with spin-off specials. 15 years of clubs and then our life changed. It took a long while, but Bobby always had funny bones. Brace-twanging Ball and the Rock on Tommy catchphrase became part of popular culture, along with Piggin and You Little Liar. In the summer of 1985, their Blackpool summer season put more British bums on seats than Bruce Springsteen. Their 1988 pantomime broke London Palladium box office records. They did Royal Commands, a children's royal, and a Royal Albert Hall show for then Prince Charles. It was an absolute joy to go to work, says Tommy. The public treated us as part of the family. They didn't use to say a right lot, they would give you a hug. It felt like the world was our oyster. Lordy. We had such a wonderful relationship with our audiences. It always felt like you were going on in your front room. And that we're all over the country. At first, the South resisted. Our Lancashire accents were so strong they couldn't pick up what we were saying, but that changed with TV. I remember one agent, a lady, saying to me, "You didn't do very well, Thomas, I think you need elocution lessons." We laughed our heads off after she'd gone. Can you imagine me talking like this, a Dobbs Plummy, Downton Abbey accent? "Oh Robert, what are you doing?" Tommy played the stern straight man foil to the disruptive comic energy of Bobby's anarchic nitwit. It made him the bad guy. I used to literally throw Bob on stage, he had a whole doll he used to land on. The audience gasped, they thought I'd really hit him. When I got booed, Bobby would say, "Tommy, that shows you're doing your job." I said, "Thanks for that, Bob." But their knockabout stage act closed warmly with Tommy crooning "The Wind Beneath My Wings" and carrying sleeping Bobby off stage in his arms to standing ovations. The duo went from £20 a week factory workers to national fame and a pools winner lifestyle, splashing out on matching gold Rolls Royces and cabin cruisers. Bobby bought a Rochdale nightclub, Tommy snapped up Rochdale FC. Bad times ensued. Bobby later admitted that he lost himself in an orgy of alcohol-fueled affairs. The two pals fell out so badly they barely exchanged a word off stage for years. Salvation came through faith. Bobby was born again in 1985, Tommy found Christianity 7 years later but treats it as a private matter. As TV fashion turned against old-school comedy, they continued to tour successfully, selling out pantos and gospel shows. More recent memorable TV appearances include Last Laugh in Vegas, Coach Trip and I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Bob played Lee Mack's father in Not Going Out. Twice married father of 5, Tommy lives near York with his second wife Hazel, an ex-dancer, and is philosophical about modern TV comedy. Change is good if change is for the better, he says reflectively, pointing out today's comedies are deemed successful with 2 million viewers. I love Peter Kay, a great comic in the variety style," he adds. Lovers of that tradition will enjoy his Legends of Variety tour. "We did it a few years ago with the Crankies and Frank Carson and all the theaters sold out. This year's cast includes Billy Pierce, Bernie Clifton, Freddie Davis and the Grumbleweeds. We're doing matinees for the elderly. It's the comedy they grew up with. It'll be lovely." Tommy's last show with Bobby was at Blackpool's Viva Club. Bob said he wasn't feeling too special and within 2 weeks he'd passed away. "An unbelievable shock. I visited him in hospital on the Monday and thought he'd be all right. He had 6 nurses around his bed. He said these nurses want to wave to you. That was the last time I spoke to him." He pauses and adds, "I'll never forget Bob. I'll always miss him, but time doesn't stand still for anybody. You've got to move on." The Legends of Variety tour runs from May to October. For details see http://legendsofvariety.com/tour dates.